prompt for those joining us on Facebook Live that you will need a pillow. If you have one to hand, don't worry if you don't. It's not the end of the world, but it will just increase resistance a little bit on some of the moves that we're going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to the side for now, and we're going to get started. So we're going to lay down on the mat and just let the body just sink down into the mat. So just completely relax the body for now. We're just going to do a couple of deep breaths just to get in the zone, in the Pilates zone for Thursday lunchtime. So you can, if you want to, bring the heels of your hands, if it's comfortable, to the outside of your ribs, and just feel the ribs expand as you inhale. So you're going to inhale through the nose, big inhale, and exhale through the mouth. So as you exhale, you just feel your ribs sinking down and drawing closer together again. And when you inhale, you're just feeling your ribs pushing out to the side. So try and visualize that happening. And those lungs underneath your ribs filling with air. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. So hopefully the muscles have just softened and relaxed a little bit. We're just going to give the legs a little shake just to try and encourage the bigger muscles in the legs to switch off and just take a little break for now. We want to focus solely on the deep stabilizing muscles. They're the ones that are going to hold us really still and steady as we're moving through our challenges. And just thinking about kind of zipping your belly in and up to kind of tense the center of the body is going to help you when you're moving around. So just keep that in mind. First off, we're just going to open up the chest a little bit. So we're going to take our arms just out to the side. So our elbows in line with our shoulder, and our palm might be touching, the back of the palm might be touching the floor, it might not be. Ideally, over a few of these exercises, the hands will get closer and closer to the floor, but if you're quite tight in the front of the chest and the shoulders, then it might not quite be there yet. But don't worry. So just relax your head and your neck, and then all we're going to do is just inhale and slide the arms up. Try and keep that 90-degree angle in the elbows, and without moving your ribs and arching your back. And then as you exhale, just do the same thing. So slide the elbows down into the side waist. This is just a little warm-up exercise. Now, can you see my hands kind of lifted up a little bit? That's because my shoulders are quite tight at the moment. So don't worry if that happens. That's fine. Just try and keep the back relaxed. Inhale, slide back up. So it's just a little, almost like you're making snow angels, but there's no snow because spring is here now. And hopefully it's a little bit warmer, although not recently, in the last few days. Inhale as you stretch up, exhale as you pull in. Just try not to change the position of your back all the way through this exercise. Keep the back relaxed. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, pull down. 1 more. Inhale, you can do this against the wall. Even if you're not doing Pilates, sometimes you could just have a quick go of this against the wall. If you're working at home and you want a little break and you want to stretch your shoulders and your chest, it's a great exercise to do against the wall. Okay, then just let the arms relax down by the side of you. You might feel a little bit more alive in the shoulders now. Okay, now we're going to wake up the lower part of the body. So lift that belly in and up. We're going to float one leg to tabletop and the other leg to join it. If you want more of a challenge, you can take your arms up over your shoulders or keep the palms facing down for a little bit more assistance. Okay, and then we're going to tap down with one leg and then bring it back up. Nice simple start, warming up the lower abdominals. So you're just alternating legs. Inhale, tap down if you want to go with the breathing, and exhale back up. If you're new and thinking about all this breathing makes you really confused and makes you hold your breath or not really concentrate, then just breathe. Let's do a couple more here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now everyone lift their arms up for this one. So we're going to take our left arm back and our right leg out. Stretch long and then exhale, bring back. So you're going to inhale as you take them away. Change sides. Exhale back. Each time, just bring your knee above the hip. Try not to bring the legs in too close to the body. That switches off the core. So let's go again. Alternate arm and leg. So not the same arm and leg. That's it. Good. Keep it going. Let's do 8. 7. Nice and slow. 6. 5, 4, 3, keep the back flat on the floor, 2, always getting hard towards the end, and 1. Okay, bring those knees in, just have a little hug, and then maybe just circle the knees around just to release through the low back. Go the other way as well. Good. Okay, place one foot down and the other foot down. Bring the feet and the knees together. And then we're just going to bring the hands behind the head. So either one hand on top of the other or interlace the fingers, whatever's more comfortable for you. Keep the elbows really wide. We're just going to do a few simple chest lifts just to warm up the upper abdominals, and then we're going to give it a bit more of a challenge. So we're going to exhale, lift up. Inhale at the top. Exhale down. So it's 3 breaths, nice and slow. Exhale, lift. Use your abdominals to lift you and look straight through your knees or just to the knee height, but not any higher. So keep chin tucked and lower down. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. It's quite hard to get that inhale in as we lift it up. Inhale. Exhale. Slow and controlled. Just that last part of the move that's the hardest. And down. 1 more to go. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. And lower down. Okay, make sure those knees and feet are together. Mine are crept slightly apart there. We're going to lift up and we're going to hold in this lift, and we're going to just extend our left leg. Knees are still together, same height. And we're going to just take the leg out to the side and back to center without moving your hips. So keep everything still and make the movement smaller at first so that you get used to it. And then once you're used to it, you can go a little bit bigger if you want, as long as your opposite hip isn't lifting. 4 more. 4, 3. This is really controlled. 2, and 1. Just check your hips the whole time. Lower that leg down straight over to the right leg and take it out. Usually you're going to notice that one side is easier than the other. 3 and 4. 4 more. Nice and slow. Try not to rush through this one, although it's tempting. 2 more, knee to knee, as you bring them together so they stay the same height. Last one. Okay, we're going to go back to that left leg. Take it out to the side and we circle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Anyone else's legs shaking? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, we have to go the other way now for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg back down, straight to the right leg. Let's get it going. Circle. 10, 9. Really reach the toes long. Stretch the leg as long as you can. 7, 6, 5. Keep lifting the belly in and up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change direction for 10. Nearly there. 9, 8, 7, 6. Little circles today. 5, 4, 3, 2. So close. And 1. Well done. Just take the legs and stretch them out. Remove the hands from behind the head and have a full body stretch. You deserve it. Okay, so we definitely just woken up the legs and the lower abdominals and the upper abdominals from lifting up high. So we're going to come into our first exercise with a pillow. So I'm just going to turn onto my side and grab the pillow. And so we're going to just place the pillow between the knees. So because it's soft, it can be on the knees, but probably better to have it slightly below the knee joint. And then you want to be able to sit up tall and have your legs in a comfortable position. So we're going to be doing half roll backs, but we're squeezing onto the pillow as we do it. And I'll just talk you through it in a second. So make sure you're comfortable. Hands come underneath the knees to start with. So sit really tall, right on top of your sit bones. Excuse me. Okay, now we're going to squeeze into the pillow, roll back. So we're still holding on with the back of the legs. We're scooping the belly out and just rolling back about halfway, maybe slightly less. Then we're going to release the squeeze, take the hands away, and if you can, take them all the way up to the ceiling. Ooh, shaking in those abs. Hands come back, and then we squeeze on again as we roll back up, and then we release at the top, okay? So we're going to gently squeeze, roll back, let the squeeze go, take the hands away. If you get them all the way up to the ceiling, great. If they're here, that's also fine. Okay, then bring the hands back to the thighs, round the belly, come back in, and then release. 2 more. So let's gently squeeze and roll back. Hold very still as you take your hands away. Take your level of challenge. Bring those hands back, squeeze back on, and then come up. One last time like this. Let's gently squeeze, roll back, release the squeeze, hold your shape. Gets a bit easier by the last one, doesn't it? Or just more familiar with it. Hands come back to the legs, squeeze onto the pillow around the spine, and sit up tall. Okay, let's just push the pillow to the side for a second because we're going to roll all the way down now. So full roll down and roll up. If you know that you can do this with your legs straight, then go for that now. If not, carry on holding behind the knees. It's entirely up to you. So I'll do a full version first, now I'll do a modified version second. So we sit up super tall, we're going to roll down for a count of 8. Remember, you want to release your spine down, section by section on that mat behind you. So try and maintain some control as you go super slow. Draw the belly in, exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, stretch back, enjoy. And then we get ready to come up again. Arms come up over the shoulders, lift the head, look at the feet, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the bottom. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can stay with a straight spine or you can take a little stretch forward if that feels good. We go again. Keep going with that version. I'm going to show the modification. So we're going to sit tall, 8. Draw the belly in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale, go again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, ready? One more time. Now we're going to do it to a count of 10. Okay, so super slow. It's going to be in that middle part where we're going to be a bit shaky. Let's go for it. Big inhale, draw belly in and up. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Relax the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that was a slightly easier part. Coming back up. We can do this. Inhale, exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Well done. Give your shoulders a little roll. Relax the arms. Give them a shake. Let's get ready and come into our rolling like a ball. So we're going to bring our feet to the end of the mat. Move yourself up so you have room behind to roll. Bring the feet in, hug them in. If you don't want to roll, if you've got tight back muscles or disc issues or anything like that going on, then you can just balance. So draw belly in and up, take the feet off the floor and just hold here while we're all going for a roll. So just holding here, you're still building strength. Don't worry. Okay, if you do want to roll, tuck your chin in, make yourself into a tiny ball. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, come back up. Try and round the spine as much as you can. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Inhale, exhale. Make sure you forcefully exhale to come up. Try not to let the feet fling back on this version. Keep the feet in, because the next one that we're going to do is our open leg rocker, and that is where our legs are a little bit straighter. So we hold on underneath the knees. You're still balancing here. If you don't want to roll, you can take this extended version. Extend both legs as straight as you can get them. If you're here, that's fine. If you're here, great too. So tuck chin, round back. Inhale. Exhale, up and balance. Inhale. Exhale, just 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. For the last challenge, take your hands away and keep them the same distance as you roll back. And roll back up. That's quite challenging. And then bring the feet down. Just let the knees come out to the side and just take a little fold forward to release the back. Okay, sitting up tall again, bringing the knees back together. We're going to hold one knee in and roll down super slow. So we're going to hold left hand onto left ankle and right hand onto left knee. Stretch out the right leg. And then just slowly, as slow as you can, come down so that you're just lifted off the mat with your shoulders and your head. Straight into single leg stretch. So we're going to pull the knee towards the shoulder. See if you can make it touch or get it almost there. And swap. So one knee comes in, the other leg shoots away as far as you can get it. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do 8 more just to even it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your head, hug your knees. Okay, we're going to grab the pillow again. So hopefully it's somewhere near you. I'm just going to grab it with my feet because I'm lazy and I don't want to get up. Okay, so we're going to do double leg stretch with a pillow. It's going to give us a little bit of extra weight. So hopefully it's not too heavy. A pillow. Generally pillows aren't heavy, but if you have a really heavy one, it might be a bit more challenging. So you're going to start off with the pillow resting on your shins. And you can just hug the knees in. We're going to lift the head and the shoulders up. This is our starting position or our rest position. So hug it in as small as you can. And then all we're going to do is just inhale the legs away. Try and keep the pillow there. And then exhale back in. Okay, so that's one option. You can have the pillow between your ankles if you want to squeeze onto it as you reach out. That's quite a nice one too. It's entirely up to you, but I find it a bit more comfortable to have it like this. And it just makes me really focus on keeping my legs straight, because if I take them up too high, it makes it a little bit easier and the pillow's going to fall on me. So let's hug it in. We're going to do 8. So this is the exhale. We inhale to reach away. Arms in line with the ears. Inhale, go for it. And back. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Number 2. And back. Let's go for 3. And 4. We're halfway. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Oh, that was easy, wasn't it? Okay, so rest your head down. Just turn your head from side to side, just to get rid of any tension that may creep into the neck. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is a slightly sort of TikTok move. So we're going to take our leg, not TikTok the app, but okay, so take our legs straight up to the ceiling, and then our arms are reaching up to the ceiling, the pillow's in the middle. So what we're going to try and do here is take our legs one way and take the arms the other way, but not kind of twist the whole body. So our hips going to turn a bit, but our shoulders are staying down. And then we come back to the center. Doesn't look like much, but you're going to feel it after about 10 of these. Okay, so let's go for it. One goes one way and the legs go the other. So squeeze the legs together as much as you can. Slowly take them over on an inhale. and bring them back on an exhale. Try and keep your hands the same distance apart all the way through. Inhale, exhale. If this is really challenging, you can bend the knees and do the same thing. Slightly less intense because the legs are quite heavy. And if you don't want to keep them straight, you can bend them. Okay, let's keep it going, whichever version you want. Whichever challenge. Oh, nearly fell over all the way over to one side there. So you really got to exhale to pull those legs back to center. And this is really going to work strongly into the side waist. I think we've got 2 left. Dropping my pillow here. Inhale, squeeze the legs together. That was my left side, but I lose it a bit. And then over and back. Excellent. Okay, put the pillow down for a second. Let's go into scissors now. So we're going to stretch our legs as high as they'll go. Grab hold of your leg, either on the calf, the ankle, or underneath the knee. You're going to stretch the other leg away. I've just realized I'm a little bit too close to the sofa, so I'm just moving back. Okay, so the other leg is almost to the floor, but not quite. Stretching long, and this is a lovely stretch for the back of the legs. Okay, so we all get quite tight here. We're going to quickly scissor and change with an exhale. That's it. Good. Exhale and change. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep lifted. Belly lifted in and up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can do another set of 10 like this if you like it, or if you want more of a challenge, hands behind the head. Same thing, but you're not pulling on the legs. So you've got to do the leg movement purely with your legs and your core muscles. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend the knees. We're going straight into crisscross, hands behind the head for everyone. Now we're going to take the right leg away and try and get your elbow to the outside of your knee. So your right elbow to the outside of your left knee, back to center. Change sides. So you're exhaling as you twist, inhaling as you come back to center. 8 more. 8, 7, really lift and twist. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bring the head down, hug the knees, or take a long stretch if you prefer that right now. Whatever feels good is right for you. Feet and knees come back up. Let's just drop the knees to the back and take the arms the opposite way. Little side stretch. We have worked our sides quite strongly so far. And you might get quite tight in the hip here, the side of the hip. So let's just give it a little stretch. Back to center, over the other way. Keep the knees together. Okay, so you might be thinking, we haven't done the 100s yet. We haven't, have we? I've got a different version of the 100s this week. So we're not going to need the pillow, so I'm just going to move that out of the way. So it's a slightly different version of the 100s. I think it's a little bit nicer, maybe. Okay, so your arms are down by the side of you. Your legs are going to be stretched out long to start with. So just give the legs a little shake. Now we're going to lift the head, look down at the feet. Try and keep this lift all the way through unless your neck starts to bother you, but we won't be here for long. So we're going to lift the left leg just a couple of inches off the floor. You can use your hands on the mat for this just to get used to it. Lift the right leg, the left leg comes down, and the right leg goes down. So it's right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right. Yeah, so you're just lifting, joining it with the other leg. Okay, so we're going to do this with just the legs. Or if you want a bit more, you're going to start pumping the arms. There's a lot going on those, so I can appreciate if you don't want to do the legs and the arms at the same time. If you do, join in now. Let's go for it. So breathe however you want to breathe on this one. And even if you don't want to do the leg movement, you could just maybe lift both legs, take them to tabletop if you prefer that, or keep going with this changing, marching kind of mini march. Okay, so you could just do alternating legs lifting. It's a bit more intense than the knees over the hips, so it's your choice. Pick whatever is working for you. And by working, I mean challenging. We don't get stronger unless we challenge ourselves. So you pick where you want to be today. Keep those arms going, whichever leg position you have chosen. We're over halfway. I'm getting a lot warmer here. I don't know about you. Super long. You can even try this version, just reaching one leg away. Do whatever you want to do with your legs. Just occupy your mind so that you don't think about the heat that's building in your abdominals. Keep breathing. Keep reaching those legs, or just leave them here. Let's do 2 more sets. In 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Hug it in. Lower the head. That was warm. Okay, we're going to turn onto the side. Where's the time go in this class? It just goes so quickly. Okay, lay out on your side, line yourself up with the back of the mat, feet come forward. Always the same setup on this one, so if you've been doing Pilates with me for a while, you'll know this is how we always set up. Knees stacked, hips stacked, gentle squeeze on the glutes, both sides. Lift the belly in and up, tiny gap underneath your side waist. Lift that top leg, hip height only, and then we're going to kick it forwards, inhaling, exhale back. So your foot is like a paintbrush, and your toes are going to paint a nice straight line against the opposite wall. So forwards and back. Do not sway with the upper body. Fingers resting in front here, or this top arm can come up if you want more of a balance challenge. Keep pushing into the bottom foot, the one that's touching the mat. That's your anchor. That's going to keep you steady. Stop you drifting away, losing the shape. Stretch that top leg long. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take the leg back in line with the body now. You're just going to lift it up and down, up and down. As high as you want to go, as long as your waist is not collapsing in. So keep stretching the leg long. It's going to start to burn a little bit. Around here, around the outside of the hip. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep lifting belly in and up. Keep stretching both legs really long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both legs back in line with the body now. Lay out on your arm so that your neck is nice and straight, in line with the spine. Feet just float off the floor by stretching the legs really long. As soon as you stretch the legs, they'll want to float up. We're going to hold them here for a few more seconds. Keep breathing. Relax the rest of your body, but squeeze the inner thighs together. Stretch the toes away from your head. Good. Now keep the top leg where it is. Lower and lift bottom leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep both legs up now. Slow scissors, big ones. And change. 2 more slow. 1 more slow. Now bring the feet together, keep them close, keep the legs straight, kick as fast as you can. Side swimming for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it going, and 1. Relax those legs down. Let's come up onto the elbow. And we're going to do a little side plank here now. So we're going to do it on our knees first though. So we're going to keep this knee, the lower knee, down on the floor. Make sure it's in line with your shoulder. And then we're going to take the top leg up. We're going to reach the arm up and over and stretch. Now just bring the toes down as you stretch the arm away. And then we're going to lift up and bring the hand to the thigh. Reach away, toes come down, you arch your body and let your head and neck relax. Exhale, lift, hand to thigh. 2 more. Reach and stretch. Try and lift your hips up really high on this one because they slightly drop down as you lift your head and touch the thigh. 1 last time. And reach. Okay, so we've woken up these muscles now. Now we're going to come up, hand under shoulder, 3 levels of side bend. A little bit more strong into the shoulder now. So make sure that you've got a nice strong position rather than collapsing into the shoulder first of all. Underneath waist lifted, level 1, both knees stay down. So same thing, we're going to reach up and over as we exhale. Now we go to level 2, or you can stay with level 1. Top leg lifts and we reach. So it's about lengthening the body as much as we can, keeping the belly lifted in and up. Level 3, the top leg comes in front, foot wise, and the back one tucks under. We push ourselves up into a full side bend and we come back down. That's so lovely, isn't it? Reaching up and over and down. Okay, we're going to turn around to the other side. Everything on this side now. Cool. So hand underneath head, feet come forward. Everything stacked, ankles, knees, hips. Light activation of those glutes. Belly lifted in and up. Swing that leg forwards and back. Take the top arm up if you want, or if you're feeling really wobbly, fingers resting just lightly in front of you. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Feel that squeeze on the bottom as you take the leg back. So if you've just started out in Pilates or you're fairly new still, the move's going to be a little bit smaller. That's absolutely fine. You'll get bigger with practice. Better to make it really small and controlled and not rolling around all over your mat, because it's all about that control. So it's we're a bit control freaks, the people that like Pilates, but it's about controlling your muscles. So it's your mind controlling your muscles rather than the other way around. So you're telling these muscles what to do. Let's do 3 more. Good. And the more you practice, the better they get at obeying the mind muscle connection. Okay, that top leg reaches down, and then you're just going to lift it up and down, up and down. This is where we find out if one side is stronger than the other. So our glutes, the muscles that are lifting us in the outer hip, these muscles get quite weak if we sit down a lot. And I'm guessing with a pandemic and a year in lockdown that most of us have probably been sitting down quite a lot. So we need to wake these muscles up. 4 more. 4. Keep reaching long, remember. 2. And 1. Woo. Okay, bring the legs back in line with the body. Lay out on your arm. Getting ready to lift up again. So squeeze the legs, make them as straight as you can, and they just magically float. They're in line with your body though. We're not going really high like this. We don't need to. We're already activating these muscles strongly. I can feel them. If you press on the top side of your waist, you should feel these muscles really tense up. Hold it for a little bit longer. Okay, now we're going to lift and lower that bottom leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Slow scissors, slow motion. And change. Keep those legs really straight. Don't bend at the knee. Good. Belly lifted in and up. Last slow. Back to center. Super fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Okay, come up onto your elbow for that little warm up of the side bend. knee underneath. So we're going to reach up and see if you can almost, oh, this side's almost touching the floor. I'm way more flexible. And then hand to thigh. So lift leg to meet the hand. Reach up and over. This is just a little warm up. You can stay with this though, do more of this. If for any reason you have any wrist issues and you don't really like coming up in the full kind of expression of the side bend, if it gives you any issues in your shoulder, otherwise come up, get ready. So level 1, knees together, knees stay down. Exhale, lift up, reach up and over. This is 2. Okay, we go up to level 3 now, top leg extends. Does it feel different this side? Generally it does a little bit, but it's nice to notice, isn't it? And then level 3, feet in a slightly different position. As we come up, reach, enjoy. This is one of my favorite exercises. And up and over. And then we come down. Good. Okay, now we're going to come into a little bit more back work. So let's turn ourselves around. I'm just going to turn this way. Onto our front. And we're going to go for a little bit of swimming. Why not? It's a sunny day. So swimming, simple version of swimming today, I think. Legs roughly hip distance, hands just reaching out above your head. I want you to ideally be on your bottom rib though, so you're slightly lifted away from the floor already. So you can breathe, so you don't squash your face. Always practical. Okay, belly lifts in and up. That's going to make you almost push your pubic bone a little bit into the floor and squeeze your bottom. That's fine. That's a good starting position to be in. Shoulders down away from the ears. Let's keep our left hand on the floor, float our right arm up and lift our left leg. So again, no bend in the knee, nice straight leg, and you're reaching long rather than high. Your eye line is just looking down at the floor so that your neck stays nice and safe, and then you lower down. So we're going to hold each of these quite slow movements for about 5 seconds. So I want you to push down on the hand that stays on the floor and push down on the foot that stays on the floor at the same time. Okay, let's go for it. So push into the left foot and the right hand, and you're lifting on the right leg and the left arm. Nothing else changes. The position of your hips, they're both down on the floor, lower down and change. Really make sure you're pushing down on the limbs that are left on the floor as you lift and reach. And reach the toes and fingers super long. Belly in and up. Lower down. Let's do 2 more slow. Reach, long, and then float up. Push down on the ones that are on the floor. And lower. 1 more time slow. And then you guessed it, we are going to go a little bit faster. Now we've got the feeling that we're looking for in the body, that solid torso. Now let's float legs, arms, both at the same time. Super fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set. 10, 9, you can do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come under the shoulders. Let's push back for a little child's pose stretch. Little rest position before we come into leg pull front. Okay, so leg pull front is essentially a plank. So to bring yourself into plank, first of all, hands at the front of the mat, spread the fingers wide. You're in a nice square position with your knees under your hips to start with. We're going to stretch our left leg away without moving our hips, and then stretch the right leg, and we're in a perfect plank. You can just hold here in plank if you don't want to do the leg pull, which is this, or you can drop to the knees and just hold in your 3/4 plank. for the whole duration of this exercise, and you're going to get strong. Make sure, if you're in plank, that your bottom's not up here or down here. So you want a nice straight spine. Better to be here with a straight spine than struggle in full plank. Okay, for everyone that's joining the leg pull part of the move, lift up, lift left leg, rock back on the right foot, forwards and down. Lift right leg, left foot back, forwards, down. One more each side. Lift, back, forwards, down. Lift, back, forwards, down. And knees lower. A little hard challenge to put at the end of the class because we're already a little bit achy, but it's a good one. Okay, a little bit more for our back. I'm going to bring the pillow back in. It's a little bit big, this one, for what I've got in mind, but we're going to use it anyway. So we're back on all fours. We're going to do our 4-point kneeling, which is essentially very similar to the swimming move, but still different because we're lifted away from the floor now. So as we take opposite arm and opposite leg, like this, and lift up, the pillow is going to shift slightly. It's not going to fall off. I've done this with a Pilates ball before, and it's a little bit more challenging, but the pillow still works. So we lift up, and then as we change, we feel the pillow give us a little bit of feedback and move around a bit. So it's kind of warning us that we're moving our hips up and down, side to side. So just really focus on what's happening to the pillow as you move your arms and legs. Try and keep everything really still. And I'd advise you to try this with your eyes closed because it just gives a better connection to the body. When you're really kind of connected, you'll feel it more than see it. So let's try. Left leg, right arm. Belly lifted in and up, nice and strong. Just float up and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly back in. Try not to disturb that pillow there. Swap sides. Reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down. Lower. Keep it going. My lovelies, reach the arm and leg away. And then lower after your 4 seconds. Keep it going. See how that pillow is feeling as you reach and lift. Really reminds us to just stretch long rather than kind of be a bit lazy and just kind of floppily lift our arm and leg. So keep this going. So good for the back of the body. Really good for pelvic and shoulder stability. One of those things that we don't really think about until we get an injury. Hopefully doing this will avoid any injuries. Good. Let's do 2 more each side. Nice and slow. And then lower. Good. Last one. Good. And then just take the pillow away before you sit back, otherwise it's going to fall off. So we're just going to sit back and have a little upper body stretch now. So I'm going to bring my left hand back to my left knee, turn to the left so I can see you all, and reach the right arm as far as you can. So that's going to give a real strong stretch into the right side of the upper and middle back. If you can get your head to the floor, even better. Don't worry if not. Just breathe and relax here. The hard work is done. Time to enjoy a little stretch. Okay, so reach that left arm away. Right hand comes to your right knee. Turn to your right. And because we did work our legs a little bit more in the class today, we're going to do a little leg and hip stretch. So we're going to come up to our knees. I might chop the top of my head off just there for a second, but that's okay. So you're going to bring one leg forwards. Make sure you tuck your pelvis under first, and then just push into that hip stretch. You can bring your hands to the thigh and just lift the body up. Just breathe naturally and normally here. Hold for a few more seconds. So I hope you enjoyed the class today. We're almost done. Lovely to see so many people. And I just want to say hi to my friends Lucy and Mel down on the South Coast that said they'd join in the Facebook Live class today. So hopefully you made it. And swap sides. Okay, tuck that pelvis under first. Let's make this safe and then lean into it. Everyone's different flexibility-wise, so don't worry if you're not going very far. Every time you do it, you'll go a little bit further. If you need to put padding or anything down under your knees, obviously, hopefully you've done that already. Make it comfortable. Excellent. And then just coming back. So just come to a seated position wherever that is, and we're just going to roll the shoulders a couple of times. Up, back and down. One more. And then I want you to just lift your shoulders up as high as you can. Try and touch your earlobes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale, drop them away. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, drop them away. Give them a shake. And we're done. Thank you so much for joining me. It's lovely to see so many people. And I hope you have a great week. And maybe see you next Thursday. Same time, same place. Take care. Let me know if you've got any comments or questions in the chat. I'll hang around for a little while. Probably a minute or so because I've already gone over. Whoops. Thank you. No drink now.